Hi everyone, welcome to another session of Know Your PSYP, organized as a pre-event of Powering the Future Summit 2021, organized by IEEE PES Young Professionals. So I welcome you to the another session of Know Your PSYP, focusing on Middle East, Africa, and Europe. So we have our three spectacular speakers with us, Uduak, Abdul, and Ahmed. So I welcome all three of you to this panel discussion. And I would like to introduce you our moderator, Jen Lee. So he is the vice chair of IEEE PSYP. So Jen Lee, you can carry on with the
Okay,
panel.
thank you, Staji, and thank you all the friends come to here. And good afternoon, good morning, or good night, depends where you are. And today we are pleased to have this event to introduce our speakers, their to share their personal experience and to discuss their journeys in the past years in the IEEE or in their study or working. So the format of this talk is I will ask these speakers questions one by one, and we may ask 5 to 6 questions to each speaker. Some questions are similar, some are not. So the first speaker I will ask is this Abdul. Uh, First of all, maybe Abdul, you can introduce yourself, your educational or cultural background, or something else you want to share with us, please. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Jelly, and thank you for inviting me to this platform. As you mentioned, my name is Abdullateef Aliyu. I'm a descent from Nigeria and Africa. For those of you that have not visited, I want to invite you to please come visit. It's a very nice place to be. So I have my background in electrical engineering from Bayero University, and also I have a master's in information and communication technology from the Northern University of Malaysia. And also I have done so many professional certification. I'm a PMP, Scrum Master, Quality Professional, and also a lot of telecom related courses. I currently work as a general manager of Phase 3 Telecom, where we deploy optical fiber across the 330 and 132 kV lines. Also, I serve as the Vice President of IEEE Smart Village, where I chair the African Working Group. I am a volunteer for the E-Club of Silicon Valley Smart Village, where we have the likes of John Nelson, Robin Podmore, and also Ray Larson, which are the founders of IEEE Smart Village. This is an E-Club where we have collided with Rotary, and we're doing a lot of good stuff. In the region, Region 8, where we are, I am the chair of Humanitarian Activities Committee, and also I've served as the past chair of Young Professionals in Nigeria for about 4 years in 2013 to 2017, and I'm privileged to have hosted the first Africa Congress. So that's a little bit brief about myself, and I hope I've done justice to that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the answer. It seems you have done a lot of work and volunteering and professional. Maybe in the past years, when you work or study, you may experience some challenges. So could you please tell us some ideas of your maybe just 2 cases of your challenges you have met and how you overcome them? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much again. And in terms of challenges, challenges are everywhere, and how you deal with them is what actually make you stand out. Um, Me being the person I am, that only goes for results. I've I've led a lot of team to deliver high, huge, capital intensive and much quality intensive projects. The instance I would like to bring here, which is going to be the first, was when we were deploying 42 kilometers fiber cable across 330 cable line, but not on the bare ground, but on the Lagos Lagoon, where we have to do this optics deployment on a high tension pylon in a boat or a tug. We gave a strict out instruction because health and safety is very key to the team. And when we got into execution, one of the member of the team had to violate what we have already defined, in the sense that jeopardizing the work and also exposing other team members to risk. So at the end of the day deployment, we had the war room and we had to set an example. We called out and make sure that he was able to understand what he has actually done. So upon him realizing what he has did, we had to send him out of the field. That rules are rules, and these are examples for people to know that when rules are laid down, you don't have to jeopardize other people. You just have to abide by it. So that's how we dealt with that case. And this person that was responsible really duly appreciate that. So that's what leadership is all about, for you to be able to act and also make sure that people see reason for what you're doing. The second case here was someone that was much more elderly than me, how to be part of my team. And every day he addresses me like, sir. I'd be like, no, you don't have to sir me. You can call me by first name. You can even, I can be like a child to you. You don't have to sir me. All you need to do is we can have a mutual respect and we'll be able to deal with each other mutually like that. So these are two examples where I feel like these are some of the issues and this is the way I've addressed it. I hope that actually helps. Thank you, Jen.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. And yes, and you already serve in this IEEE, especially for our PS young professional. So during this journey, how it has impact your career? Is this beneficial, or will you recommend the IEEE PS YP to all your colleagues or students, something like that? Thank you.
Thank you once again, Jen. It's very, very interesting. Um, for those of you that don't know, I've been a member of IEEE for more than 16 years. I've been volunteering for more than 14 years. And I'm not lucky to have IEEE in my school. I had to look for IEEE myself. And this is the reasons that um, I do receive the spectrum when I was in school, and I needed to connect with those people that are actually behind this. So I have to look for Nigeria section myself. I took a trip myself over 4 to like 8 kilometers journey to the south where they are having the first congress, and that's where I was able to connect with them. Ever since I became a volunteer, I enjoyed my volunteering while I was the YP chair for the Nigerian section because I won a lot of awards really. That was when the Nigerian section was recognized for their exemplary leadership and exemplary activities that was done in the region. And me as an individual, being an IEEE has guided me to be able to be on point on what I do, in the sense that I'm always ahead in terms of the new trends in technology and the best approach to deal with issues. You must have read it in some of the publications, the journals, the articles, the webinar, the conferences, the workshops, and also the opportunity to network with experts. I can say now that I'm a global citizen in the sense that I have friends in different locations. Um, I'm here in Abuja, Nigeria, but globally, I have friends and colleagues everywhere. So if I go to a place like Saudi Arabia, I know who to call. If I come to the UK, I know who to call. And if I go to Turkey or go to Uganda, Kenya, I know who to call. So I'm globally connected. And for the fact that we're advancing technology for the benefit of humanity, we've done a lot of good things that actually impact people. And people are happy because we are making them happy. And we are ourselves happy because we are making people happy. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you for your answer. Yes, this is correct for this attribute because this is a global a committee and organization. We have friends everywhere, just like similar to my experience when I joined attribute and also Sigri and my different peoples and have these connections. Yes, another question for you is that how to keep up the level of passion and enthusiasm in your work and also in IEEE. Maybe you want to share with us your experience. Thank you.
Yeah, to keep the passion up is for people to for you to just have the mentality that what you're doing is actually impacting on people. And if you have people at heart, your passion will continue to go. So what I've done to keep my passion going is the fact that I know that whatever I do in one way or the other, it will return to me as a reward. So if I help you today, being a member of IEEE, or try to help a community be a member of IEEE, um, before you know it, in another way, I get a reward for that. Even though it's not always that we are being awarded or being recognized for anything we do, but there's a miraculous way things happen in you, to you, sorry, in the sense that you actually help the kids in school to learn about renewable energy, for example. Um, that kid tomorrow might turn out to be someone that will help you. So you should just do things not because of either you want to make profit or make money or make anything from it, but know that you are doing it because it's the ethical thing to do, and in the long run it comes back to you in multiple fold you never expected before. And if I can cite an example, you see Uduak is on this call today. I remember when she came to me for help and I was able to help her. I'm not going to divulge that kind of help I did, but today Uduak, it's someone I can always look up for, and I'm very proud of what she has achieved today. So this is how IEEE works. You help someone today, tomorrow that person might be the person helping you now. So I think that's another way that I keep my own volunteering and passion going.
Okay, thank you very much. It's excellent. So these are all the questions I have for you. Thank you very much, Abdul. So let's move to another speaker. Is Duaka? Am I correct? Hello,
Yes.
you can hear
Uduak.
from us, Duaka? I think you mute yourself. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Now we can
Yes,
hear you now.
okay. All right, that's
Yes.
fine. It's
Seems
Uduak.
yeah.
Uduak.
It seems you are sitting in a car, right? Okay. So
Yes,
the
I'm in
first
a
question for
car.
you.
Yeah, I just have to. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So the first question for you is that please introduce yourself, your educational background, and where are you from, and what are you doing now, your professional journey. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Jane. My name is Uduak Akpanedet. Okay, so I'm from Nigeria. Um, yeah, I'm from Nigeria, but currently in the UK. So my background is in electrical electronics engineering. So I did electrical electronics engineering in University of Uyo, Nigeria. And before I moved to the UK, I did my um, electrical power systems engineering in my master's, University of Manchester. And so before I moved to the UK, I been an entrepreneur member. I've worked with the transmission and distribution company of Nigeria. And so I joined IEEE in my second year. That's 2013. And I think I get to meet engineer Abdu first time in 2015. And since then, it's been amazing. And so I volunteer while in Nigeria and then moving to the Europe. I currently IEEE ambassador, um, PES and Women in Engineering for the UK and Ireland session. And so I'm also an consultant electrical engineer in the ITP Energize and renewable energy firm here in the UK, and I'm currently in Scotland. And so so where we do I actually worked on behalf of the clients looking forward to develop wind farm any connection application to the national grid. And so it's been amazing, and that's a bit of my professional background. And IEEE volunteer, so good to be here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I heard many of familiar names, the universities, Scotland, and these UK universities. Hope we can meet each other in the future and stay in Cardiff. You are welcome to Cardiff. Another question for you is
Thank
that
you.
because you are a female engineer and in HB we have this women in power. So as a female engineer, do you have some barriers for this role and uh, when you entering this power sector, how to overcome these barriers and challenges as a female engineer? Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Jane. And so, there are barriers as a female engineer in the industry, but the common one is, I mean, for instance, a practical professional course, and then you're looking at. So I could remember, when I started my career, my early career in Nigeria, and there's sometimes you go to the site visits to do a lot installation, and then you hear your project manager will say things like, um can this probably can be a risk for you, and so you can't really, not because you can do it, but they're just concerned as a female engineer. So, and how actually I looked to that and solving that problem would be that I'll just say, okay, if I can just try it, not even any other person can do it, so I can do it as well, and I'm qualified for it. And so basically, it's to get the in terms of that, and like doing the practical work in the industry. And so you just have how I overcame them was just to have the skills meet up, make sure that I have the technical skills, and I have to prepare for it to meet up to the tags, and so that whenever we are to do such thing, and I have to make sure that I'm qualified for, I have the necessary skills. And also coming to the Europe is quite different, and basically it based on, of course, you have the technical skills, you have the innovative skills. And so basically the major thing will be basically as a female, and looking at in terms of the executive roles, and the cultural barriers, like when it has to do for people who are married, for people they're looking forward to maybe take a leave for whatever reason. So, and this seems to be that, okay, let's say somebody is in leave, and then getting to meet up with the period for whatever reason, a huge challenge. And so for somebody like me, and I try to make sure that, okay, before I take any leave, and so I have to be sure that I meet up, already do what I'm supposed to do. And so looking at it, I just feel that for female engineers out there, and you may face any of these cultural barriers, whatever it may be, but you just have to have the skill, and then to meet up, you just try it. You have to try it. And so I think the major um, setback could be in terms of looking at, this is engineering, the position is for male, no. And so, but your mind first, you have to prepare for it. And so this is how the preparation, getting the necessary skills, and then the qualification, and you just have to try it. And that's how it's been working for me.
Okay, marvelous. Yes, for this female and in the PS, we also have this women power. So you can also contribute to this committee as well. I don't know whether you have joined there, HBPSWIP.
Yes, yes, I'm a member of the IEEE PS WIP WIE, and yes, and so I joined the WIP since 2016, as far 2016, and then the committee and everything, the experience has been amazing. And so looking at it and looking at, that's where I get most of the mentors in terms of women. And so the great advantage should be in terms of, I mean, having people to look up to in the industry, saying that they've been there, they've done something you're looking forward to. And this has been amazing experience because you have people to look up to, you have people who share their experience, and you also understand, they understand, you have people who understand the challenges you're facing in the industry. And so their encouragement and then the feedback, it's really something that it's amazing. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, for this PES and also YP, we are trying to do this equity, diversity, and inclusive to pave the pathways for the not only male and also females' career and personal development. Okay, another question for you is that do you have any recommendations, suggestions for the young peers for example, some skills they need to learn or some studies, for example, to be a master student or PhD student, some experience, something like that, share with our PS members. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. So, in terms of recommendation, I think just like engineer Abdullateef said, it's about. I think one thing I enjoy so much in the joining of IEEE, it's the volunteer work. I mean, through this experience, you get to. I'm here in the UK, but then I know so many people. I relate. It's the global war in India, in the US, in Africa, across Asia. And so it would be that not just to study, but you should get involved because this is what really help. I mean, I recall how I had a challenge while in Nigeria, and I walked to engineer Abdul and tell needed an assistant, and he was there to help me. So this is, it was because we met in IEEE. He was willing to, and so you just have the, you have in terms of skills. For whether you want to do masters, and you have to get the important thing, you have to get the necessary skills, you have to get technical skills, of course, into, well, that's what in the engineering IEEE, YP, the WIP, WIE. So you have to get the necessary skills, and the skills that are very important, and among others is technical skills, because it's about solving problem. And so you have to look at every solution, every problem has a solution. And so you must be able to handle technical problem, you have to provide solution to it. And then you look at the innovative skills, in the industry, they're not just looking at qualification, they're looking at what can you add to it. What's the different way? There are a lot of problems that people have solved, but how can you solve it? What's the different way you can solve the problem? So technical skills, innovative skills, and then you look at communication skill. Of course, communication is very important, and so you have to be able to communicate that to the people. So if you look at the communication skills, the technical skills, the innovative skills, these are very important when it has to do with career, with IEEE, with any program you want to do. So I would recommend that in all you're getting, in all the skills, do well to have technical skills. See how you can handle, um, tackle problems and provide solution to it. That's what the war, of course, pandemic has made us to see that, hey, you don't really need to go out there before you're able to work. You can stay in your house, but it's all about how to, the solution to problems. How can you do it? Can you do it in a different way? Everybody can do it, but how can you do it? So these are very important skills. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Duak. Thank you for sharing your experience and giving advantages for suggestions and advices for our members. So that's all the questions I have for you. Let's move to our next speaker, Ahmad,
Thank you.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So similar to the first speakers, firstly, please introduce yourself, who you are, and your educational and professional background. Thank you.
My name is Ahmed Gamaluddin Ahmed Ismail. I'm Egyptian. I have raised in Egypt, travels and works in Saudi Arabia and Libya and United Arab Emirates. My education degrees, I've got postgraduate degrees as Master of Science in Electrical Power from Azhar University, postgraduate degree as Diploma in Electrical Power System from Cairo University, and my engineering baccalaureate, which was in the computer and automatic control systems. Um, I have got the PMP, project management, and lead accreditation. I have two diplomas from the American University, one in the project management and one in the contract admin and the claims. I have several other certificates in management, such as Six Sigma, Yellow Belt, and Scrum Fundamentals. Uh, um, that's
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Thank you. And another question is that this is similar to Adu's question. So you have some challenges as well. So any challenges you have met and how you can overcome these challenges during your study and your work. Thank you.
my challenges, especially as per you say now in study, it was very difficult. Especially at the beginning, I was interested in the postgraduate degrees, such as the diploma and the masters, and I'm planning to continue in the PhD. Uh, it's very good. It have a way or a technique in learning you how to make researches, but it's totally, completely different. It's different than the professional certificates. Professional certificates depend on other techniques such as the multiple choice, and you have to know يعني, everything. So it was difficult for me at the beginning to begin in another way of education. This was from the challenges. And also working in another countries with another nationalities. At the beginning, it was different, especially in the language, because our mother tongue is Arabic. We are talking Arabic, and dealing with another foreign languages, it was little bit يعني, difficult. But by by the time I begin to يعني, make it better, and I begin to be better.
Okay, thank you. Yes, because I'm a PhD as well. I have this experience period struggling with my study, and also now we're working on this postdoc project management. This is challenge. Yeah, I can feel this feeling as well. So you may continue to talk about your journey and your experience with IEEE, and especially with this IEEE young professionals, PES young professionals. Thank you.
My journey began on 2015, especially when I began يعني, the postgrad degrees. You know that we have to make manuscripts and articles. IEEE was the IEEE, and also there is another journal. Can I say the names?
Yes, of course. I think.
Elsevier and Taylor and Francis. It was very hard, and you have to read too much. You have to train, because it was يعني, the first time for me to make something like the article. So I decided to join IEEE. It was on 2014. I was not an active member at all until 2018. I began to read and to search about how can I join and gain more from IEEE. I found IEEE PES. It was interesting for me. I began to know about the volunteer. I began to learn how can I join, how can I be effective. At the beginning, it was very difficult. I was shy. I was afraid. Then I began to join something like sessions and groups. I began to be a leader. I began to arrange and organize meetings. Um, Nowadays, I'm a committee, and يعني I got the pleasure to join you. I'm proud to be part and to be a member in IEEE PES. Uh, I gain too much. I gain too much, especially the social activities. Um, if I want to encourage or to advise someone, I will tell him uh, this is something which I can talk in front of many members and many students, and I can be interactive. Uh, يعني, I gain too much from IEEE PES. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Yes, what you said, remember me when I first know HB is reading from these HB transaction journal papers, and I found that it's interesting to read the author's profile. It seems it's awesome for me. That's the reason I want to publish in top journals and put my profiles there as well. Yeah, thank you. And then I start to join this HB for different committees and to contribute and to benefit from this committee and colleagues. Yes, another question for you is that because you have this experience working in the industry, so do you have some suggestions for the young peers, young students to gain necessary skills for these industry-oriented jobs? Thank you.
If I have an advice for the young professional or our new members, our students, I can tell them that as you graduate, don't think that you will stop learning. This is not the end. This is the beginning to begin another way of education, self-study, which is self-study. You are going to depend on yourself. Nobody is going to give you session or something like this. You have to research. You have to find new informations. You have to collect data. Data is powerful. Data is powerful. You have to read too much. Too much. If you are not going to make this, you are not going to be updated. The difference between the junior and the senior and the manager and this grade is the information and the data. Not only the skills, but also the information and the data. So you have to begin your journey with self-study, learning, and reading new articles as per in IEEE and other journals.
Yes, I totally agree with you because when you have this job interview, they will ask you some questions like this: your research background and activity background, also the real demand in the industry, and talk about this real demand. As we know now, this global changing, global warming, and climate changing, and the government's already set their goals for this net zero or carbon neutral. And for because you are working in Arabic countries, we know that these countries are oil rich. So when we achieve this net zero emission, these carbon productions will be may decay from, and the consumption will decay. But these are these resources these countries are rely on. So from your opinion, in the future, once we achieve this carbon neutral or net zero emission, how these countries survive themselves and how they can, earn more money on other resources, not only on this oil or gas. Thank you.
In the future, I think that The powerful is going to be by the education degrees, information and data, also the human resources. Human is a treasure. If you manage them well, you are going to gain too much. Human resources is a big and important section in the project management and business administration and anything related to management. Human resources is the most important. Nowadays, they are caring about the key skills and improving the skills of the human resources in the companies. This will return back and it will confirm that education is very important. Education is the future. If you have a culture or a community educated, you are going to be on the top. If not, you are going to face too much risks. So I think that the health care and the education care, human resources is the most important treasure in our countries, especially in Arabian countries. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I think I'm now concluding. For the interest of time, I ask his speakers for 12 minutes. So, Staji, are you still here? Hi, Staji.
Hi
I
again.
finished asking the questions from our speakers, and thank you all our speakers for the questions and answers. And now I over to you, Staji.
Thank you again. So first of all, thanks to all our speakers. It was very inspirational listening to you all. So now we have a small video for our summit. So IEEE PSYP is going to organize its first edition of a global conference called Powering the Future Summit on 23rd, 24th, 30th and 31st of October. So on behalf of the entire YP team, we are inviting you all to this conference. So right now I will be presenting the video. So that's our promotional material, our video. So again, once again, once again, I would like to thank all our speakers for joining us and their time. Right now, I would like to invite our secretary, Albin Paul, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Hello everyone, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. So hi, hello everyone. So it was very nice to hear your story, your educational journey, and IEEE professional journey. So myself, I am Albin Paul, Secretary of IEEE PES'21. I would like to express my sincere gratitude and also express the thanks from the PES'21 team to our panelists, Abdullateef, Uduak, and Ahmed, for sharing your journey. So even though we were connected connected from different part of the world through the IEEE, so it's very happy to be connected through this virtual one. And so I express here you can see that there is a virtual memento as a thanks poster from our team. So I express my sincere gratitude to each speakers and also the moderator generally for this amazing conversation. And also I would like to express my thanks to each participants who are connected viewing this live section through our YouTube and Facebook channel, and also the all coordinators who were still working behind this show. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, I also checked this chat box. It seems that no one from the floor asked the questions for the speakers.
I think we can take a virtual photograph if you guys don't mind.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I will add rest of the guys who are there in backstage. So if you can show your video, it would be really great. Yeah, great. I'll just take a photograph. Yes. Yes. So once again, thank you for joining. It was a fabulous session. So I think we can close this session now.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you for your time. See you next time. Bye. Take care.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you and bye.